Hello again and welcome back to a very bright and sunny London. Royal Dutch Shell have made a huge offer for BG Group, but have they paid too much? And will there be more mergers in this sector? Well, I've been speaking to Augustine Eden from Accendo Markets. Much of the commentary that's written on this Shell-BG deal, it's like the deal's already done. Do you think that the deal will be completed and will be straightforward?
It's likely that it will be done, but obviously with a completion date of June 2016, there's still plenty of room for things to go wrong. There are risks involved, especially to do with the Brazilian operations of BG, which proponents of the deal have really lauded. But if you look into it in a bit more detail, there are various corruption scandals going on, bureaucracy, which is putting pressure on operating costs and supply chain in that area of the world. So there are pretty big risks there. We've also got China, who are putting a lot of pressure on big foreign companies operating over there. They've already blocked various sort of tag teams from building up in the area. And we've also got Australia. Antitrust issues there, because if this deal goes ahead, Shell will be the biggest company operating in that area of the world too, in the gas market. So there are considerable risks. Still plenty of time for things to go wrong.
Yeah, so what happens if the commodity prices remain suppressed for the next 2 years? Does that give momentum to the deal because that is basically the reason why it's happening, or does that cause problems for Shell because their revenue stream is going to suffer?
Yes, I agree. It is going to suffer. It's almost as if in doing this merger, they are betting on a rebound in the oil price. There are reports that they're basing their valuation of BG really on $90 a barrel oil. We're a long way from that. There's no real evidence that the oil price has hit a bottom or that it's recovering. So yeah, this could be trouble for them. On the other hand, they may be entering into this deal simply because someone else might if they don't, and BG were probably a good deal for them.
Yeah, is this a sign from Shell that they're slightly desperate because there's an idea that they haven't been producing or discovering enough oil upstream, and rather they've been concentrating on downstream and midstream. So is it a case that they had to do something just to make sure they keep a competitive edge?
Indeed. I think that in the current climate, with the oil price where it is, it's certainly cheaper and a lot less hassle to buy new reserves than it is to actually seek them out and develop them. So this is what Shell are obviously thinking at the moment. I mean, you've also got the likes of Exxon. Will they make an offer for BP at some point for the same reason? So
BP's the interesting one. There's also talks about Tullow Oil as well. So do you think we're going to see many more mergers in this sector?
Well, it is possible, but I think you have to remember that BG is a pretty good quality company. It's got an excellent liquefied natural gas business. So it's really going to add a lot of value to Shell. When you look at the likes of sort of Tullow, Premier Oil, Gulf Keystone, if we even dare mention their name, these guys come with a considerable amount of baggage. They are operating in quite high risk areas of the world. With GKP, it's in Kurdistan. I mean, who really wants to go near that, to be honest? So I think it's likely that we're going to see more mergers. We may even see bigger companies waiting until these small cap companies actually go under before they move in to get a better price. I personally think that the likes of Tullow are a little bit high risk. Yeah,
but what about BP though? Because there was even the idea before this deal that Shell could merge with BP. Do you think BP's looking vulnerable?
Quite possibly. I mean, but I would say it's looking vulnerable now as potential prey to ExxonMobil, who will be looking at this with being very interested to see what happens. It will put their position under threat as a big oil major. So if I were to speculate on who would be next for a takeover opportunity, I would probably go with BP because, again, they're a good company. They're a good quality company, and they'll add value to Exxon or whatever other oil major decides to have a go.
Well, thank you to Augustine for his analysis of events. As for me, I'm off to enjoy this 20-degree weather here in London. So for now, goodbye.